about 39 degrees. So probably about 2 weeks ago, a guy named Nick emailed me. He said, hey, John, my dad and mom watch your channel all the time, and my dad seen you at Bergen Harley Davidson one day, but he didn't have the time. Something happened, he couldn't come up to me. He wanted to meet me. He said his mom and dad were huge fans of the channel. So I said, listen, I said, how about this Sunday? Would you and your mom and dad be interested in going for a ride? He said, yeah, absolutely. So I said, let's do this. I said, this Sunday at 8 a.m., tell them that you're going on a ride, but don't tell them who you're going on that ride with. We're gonna show up at their house. They're right here, actually, a couple towns away. We're gonna show up and surprise the hell out of them. Let's do this. Yo, what's up, buddy? Where's John? He's off? What's up? Yeah, little brisk, baby, little brisk. Feeling good. What's going on? Not much. Where's your pops? He's coming. Yeah. How you doing, brother?
How are you?
Nice to meet you. Thanks for reaching out.
Hey, thanks for coming.
Yeah, of course.
Awesome.
Yeah. How you doing?
Oh, good.
Is it a surprise or did he tell you?
It's great to meet you, man. I watch all your fucking videos.
What's going on?
Nice to meet you, man.
You know Sandy?
Yes,
Holy
I do.
shift? All right, yeah. How you doing? How are you?
Oh my
Pleasure
God,
to meet you.
My husband, it's like, Joe, can we watch something else for God's sake?
No, watch.
This one is
I mean, she's my co-pilot. We've traveled all
Everywhere?
over the country.
Oh, that's great. That's awesome. Everywhere, huh?
Oh my God.
So what do you ride?
Oh, it's in the garage.
Yeah, let's check it out.
Bye.
All right, so I got Joe, right?
Correct.
Joe,
Ida.
and Nick.
Yep.
So Nick actually reached out to me, put this all together.
Crazy.
Hopefully he's surprised. So let's go see your bike.
yeah,
Let's check it out. So Joe and Ida ride everywhere together. Where'd you guys go? Pikes Peak this year? What'd you do this year?
This year we did the Skyline Drive, Blue Ridge Parkway,
Oh
Smoky Mountains.
yeah. Isn't that beautiful?
Ah, the riding out there is just gorgeous.
Yeah.
Gorgeous.
Whose is this?
That's my son Vin, who's inside sleeping.
Oh, nice. So everybody rides.
It's my grandson's.
Oh, really?
2 years old.
Ah,
the way to go.
are you serious? That's
It
fantastic.
was his uncles and his fathers growing up.
That's how you know, that's how the culture starts. That's how everything starts.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is.
And you got the guard dog.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
He's a good boy.
Beautiful.
He's a good boy.
Hey, how you doing?
But see what I'm saying? How the nice.
Oh wow, that's beautiful.
Yeah, for
That
a
is
nice size
beautiful.
seat, and he has the backrest and
Saddleman.
stuff.
Yeah.
I do have almost 25,000 miles on him.
What year?
That's a 21.
21?
Yeah.
25,000 miles?
Yeah.
Hey,
It runs like that. It's never let me
you got a
down.
tour pack or something?
No, I have like a rack and I put one of those big soft bags on the back.
Oh, okay.
It's really nice when like all
When
boys
everybody
get
rides, right?
together.
Your two boys and you
Taken
guys
some
ride.
trips, you know,
the
I've done
grandkid now rides.
Tail of the Dragon about 4 times. We
Right.
did Cherry Hollow Skyway. Actually,
Uh-huh.
my boys bought it for me for a Christmas gift, so I installed it.
Nice.
He wasn't gonna do it.
Nice.
I'll get it for you.
Changed the
Nice.
seat.
I'm gonna have
I
to
did
tell my
change-
kids to start buying me Harley
Change
parts.
the windshield, you know.
Nice.
I like that. It's got that little flip
Yeah,
to it.
yeah.
A little bit better than
Yeah,
the stock
9-inch.
one.
Yeah. You got this. That's the same one I got. Yep. Wow.
These gloves here happen to
Everybody
belong
rides,
to my
that's awesome.
beloved son that we lost. So
Oh, really?
yeah, so these gloves
Oh,
I've had
jeez.
zip tied to all my bikes.
I
and
noticed. I didn't want to ask because
Yeah,
I thought
he rides with me for sure. We all live with it, you know. We all got inked. There's a picture of
Oh,
him there.
wow.
You know, that's my Andrew.
Oh, God bless him.
He was
Yeah.
a great athlete, football player, wrestler. And
How old?
20. Yeah. He's the missing piece to all of our lives, but you know, life goes on and you gotta live it. That's why this is my out. And, you know, when we ride with my sons, it's just even better.
And like they say, it's
A pleasure meeting you.
same here.
Yeah, thank
Same
you so
here.
much.
Thank you.
Absolutely. All right, we're gonna take a ride, short little ride around and grab a cup of coffee, and then we'll talk about some performance baggers. All right, Nick, thanks for reaching out to me.
thanks
I
for coming,
appreciate
really.
it. Pleasure to
It's
meet
awesome.
you, man.
You too.
Pleasure to meet you. Thanks,
John,
Joe.
thank you,
I
man. What a
appreciate you,
surprise.
man.
It was
Hey,
great.
thank you
This
so
was
much.
great.
Really do appreciate you guys.
Same here.
I'm sure there's going to be a lot of opinions about what is and what is not a performance bagger.
All right, guys, what do you think about this view? You got the George Washington Bridge, you got New Jersey here, and you got Manhattan right there on the other side, and the amazing GWB at his definitely amazing. Great feat of engineering right there. That footage, I'm sure, was amazing. It looked amazing on the screen. My question to you, what do you think the essence, and what do you think, in your eyes, in your head, what is a performance bagger?
I think that pretty much Harley actually hit it exactly by giving their models the ST acronyms of sports and touring. What I mean is, in my eyes as well, is a bagger is a touring bike that would go the long haul, long distances, in comfort, with a lot of light if you're going at night, with music if you're bored, comfort and long distance. That is the touring aspect of it. But the performance part of it would be the sportiness of the bike, meaning it's got a little bit more power, more torque, a little bit more nimble, so it's a little bit lighter, hits the curves, the twisties better. So it's that combination of sportiness and the comfort of a touring. So even literally, even if it's a better seat, more comfortable seat, music, light,
Right.
but lighter and a little bit more power, more power. So yeah.
All right, so let me let me give you guys the definition, and I'm just obviously Googling this. Performance bagger definition: the performance bagger style focuses on performance and power without losing any aesthetic appeal. This new trend is a logical evolution from the club-style motorcycle, typically Dyna models like FXRs, which generated its own Harley Davidson subculture.
That's the ST, yeah.
So that's the definition of a performance bagger, right? So Sandy gave you his thoughts. These are mine. A performance bagger is this, and mind you, the main reason why I'm doing this video is because when I had Silverback, even though it had 154 horsepower, 156 foot-pounds of torque, chain drive, welded Dark Horse crank, the whole engine was done and bulletproof, T-Man Performance engine, 130 inch, had the heavy duty
clutch system by Evolution Industries. It had Dark Horse Crankworks compensator, Zippers chain drive kit. Okay, so the whole engine and drivetrain was done except for the transmission. It had Legend suspension, it had bigger brake kit on it. So as far as the performance aspect goes, it had everything on the bike. So having said that, even though Silverback, my last bike, the 2020 Road Glide, had all of that work done, the minute I put on some lighting and the minute I put on the stereo system, all of a sudden there was a lot of comments on Instagram, mainly on Instagram and TikTok, some on YouTube. TikTok is infamous for haters going on there and telling me that Silverback was not a performance bagger. And I couldn't believe those comments. I didn't understand why, just because I put some lights on the bike, it all of a sudden made it not a performance bagger, or that I had a stereo system on it. That doesn't make any sense. So it didn't change the aesthetic looks of the bike. It didn't change the performance of the bike, what I did. If anything, it made the bike more comfortable and more safe to ride. I mean, what's the purpose of riding a bike if you can't see it with no lights on it? That just doesn't make any sense. So as far as Silverback goes, I think absolutely it was a performance bagger because it had all of those modifications and upgrades done to it. But what do I personally think a performance bagger is? Well, here's my thoughts. If you buy a stock Road Glide, Street Glide, Road King, if you do, and I mean any, if you do any kind of performance modification, meaning it could even be a stage 1, it doesn't have to be a big bore kit. It could be a stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, whatever. But if you have done some performance modifications, meaning the engine, the suspension, the braking, and I don't include the bars on it, because to be perfectly honest with you, in my eyes, that doesn't improve performance in any way. It could improve comfort.
Maybe handling.
You know what I'm saying?
Handling and maybe.
Yeah. But I mean, to a point where I believe you could still do engine work, suspension, and braking so that the bike handles better, the bike performs better as far as increase in acceleration and deceleration. But if once you have those items on your bike, in my eyes, it's a performance bagger. So if you have a Road Glide stage 2, maybe different high performance rotors on it, front and back suspension, I consider that a performance bagger. I mean, you upgraded, how could you not? You upgraded your bike. You don't have to go 130, you don't have to go 145, 180 horsepower. You can, but that's what I think in my eyes, when I look at a bike and we see thousands and thousands of bike every year at all these rallies and events. And I see these bikes and, they have some engine work done, suspension work done, T-bar setup, what have you. It doesn't have to be the tippy top notch, the top of the line stuff, just to be called a performance bagger. If you modify and upgrade your bike, in my eyes, as far as engine, suspension, braking, it's a performance bagger. And I don't see how you, again, I want to say, in my eyes, when I think of the creme de la creme of performance baggers, it's the king of the baggers race bikes. That is the ultimate performance bagger. So people, I think, from there, you're never going to get it to that level, but people obviously do their upgrades to that. But then again, I see bikes that don't have a different swing arm, that don't have the 130 on it, but still have so many other aspects of the performance bagger. And I feel that no matter what, that still is a performance bagger. If you upgraded the brakes, upgraded the engine, the suspension, it's a performance bagger. What I do not think, absolutely, that is not a performance bagger, is the bikes that have the 21, 22, 23-inch wheel on the front.
Yeah.
The bikes that are dropped, they have a center stand on an air ride lift suspension with the extended bags and extended exhaust out the back, extended fender, where it's definitely going to interfere with handling, interfere with acceleration and braking.
And leaning.
And leaning and stuff like that. That to me is not a performance bagger. Anything else other than that, if you like I said, if you do something to the bike where it's going to definitely upgrade your handling, your acceleration, your braking, your engine performance, it's a performance bagger. So just because, you know, I don't want everybody to think, or, you know, you have to go the tippy top and do all of this stuff to make your bike a performance bagger, because honestly, those packages, those bikes that you see that have all the upgrades done to it, they've spent like $70,000, $80,000, $90,000 on their bike, and you don't need to do that to your bike, for me, in my eyes, to be constituted as a performance bagger. So I don't want you guys to get discouraged. You know, do your upgrades, get your suspension done, your engine done, and your braking done. And obviously, for 99% of us that aren't going to be able to afford the $100,000 in upgrades, nor do you want to do that, you don't have to. So don't be discouraged. Listen, if you want, you know, bare bones bike stuff like that, chopped rear fender, yeah, it's still a performance bagger, but that doesn't mean that yours isn't a performance bagger or mine isn't a performance bagger. As long as you upgrade and you improve the abilities of the bike from stock, I think it's a performance bagger. And yes, is there a general look that a performance bagger has? Yeah, I do agree with that, absolutely. And like I just said, I don't believe that the big front wheel or a fat front tire kit constitutes performance bagger.
Well, that affects handling, period.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's
100%. Like, you know, a lot of people say a big front wheel affects handling. I guess it does to a point. You know, if you see on race bikes, they're running 17-inch, you know, front wheels on the front and back. So when I rode the Road Glide with the 21-inch wheel, did I notice anything different about handling? Honestly, not really. I did notice it was a lot smoother on bumpy roads because of the bigger wheel, but did I really notice a huge change? No, I didn't. And to be perfectly honest with you guys, 95% of the riders out there will never even be able to tell, because they never will push their bikes to the limit. Yeah. Like a lot of these subtle changes that you do, the only person or the only way that you're ever going to notice is when you're on a track and you could push these bikes to the utmost limits and really record the times. But other than that, you're not even going to be able to, you're not going to have actually the experience enough to handle these bikes like these, you know, professional racers do on the racetrack. So you got to understand that. You know, most of these guys that have, you know, performance bagger, like they say, and have all this work done to them and stuff like that, they don't ride hard and they don't push their bikes hard, nor will they be able to tell the absolute difference that it makes, like Kyle Wyman can on the racetrack. So, like I said, don't be discouraged. Do your upgrades, enjoy them. Do what's good for you. You don't have to go the absolute limit. You don't have to go inverted forks. You could get a great suspension setup without going inverted forks. You could get more than enough power just going stage 2. Honestly, if a bike has the stock bars, but you have like all these other performance modifications done to your bike, I still constitute it as a performance bagger, because it's still above and beyond what you got from the dealer.
There is no transcript from what a performance bagger is supposed to look like, or what parts it has to have.
Right.
Okay, let's put it that way.
And just because you throw on a set of lights with Silverback, man, I would have blew the doors
off of probably 95% of bikes out there anyway, with the lights and with the stereo system. So it doesn't even matter. If you like lights, if you like stereo system, whatever you like on the bike, don't be discouraged, and don't let anybody discourage you.
Exactly. Don't.
Do you?
Exactly. Don't care about the haters. They will always be there for you.
That's right. That's right. I don't know. Hopefully that clears up what I think and what Sandy thinks about a performance bagger. Anyway, my bike's going in a couple days. I was supposed to drop it off a couple days ago, but I'm actually helping out a brother with his bike, bringing it over to Dave at JD Cycle Works, and I'm going to turn mine into a performance bagger. Catch you guys later on the next one. Peace out. We'll see you later. Thanks for hanging out,
Bye-bye.
Sandy. See you later. Check out Holy Shift.
Yeah. Bye.